How's it going, everybody? Matt Borey here from the Jackpot, Gents, and the American Casino Guide book with my dad, as always, Steve Borey. How you doing today, Dad?
Just great, Matt Borey.
That's good. Glad to hear it. And what are we talking about today, Dad? What kind of knowledge are we dropping on the people, denizens of the internet?
We're going to talk about five big differences between slot machines and video poker. A lot of people think that, it's the same thing. But there are big differences between the two, and we're going to point them out and explain why video poker is a much better game than a slot machine. So we got five. Uh, you ready to start?
Yes. You want me to start or you starting?
Well, you can start on number one, and maybe I can expand upon it, whatever.
Number one, and I think this is the biggest difference between slots and video poker, is slot machines are all luck and video poker is a game of skill. If you sit down at a slot machine, all you got to do is just hit the spin button and that's it. And then the real spin. And then when they're done spinning, you hit the spin button again. Video poker, it deals five cards and there is a specific best play, mathematically speaking, for every hand. And if you don't know how to play that hand, you will not get back the full payback percentage that we say when we're talking about video poker games.
Yeah, and I just wanted to explain to people how a gaming manufacturer uh, adjusts these machines if they want to make more money for the house or they want to make less money for the house. They want to give it, because you talk about tight machines and loose machines. Well, you can actually tell a tight or loose machine in video poker. We're going to get into that. But the way a slot machine is manufactured, uh, well, the way you play it, you push the button and you push the button and it stops the random number generator. And you just want to hope that you're lucky enough to stop on a winning combination. And there are many more losing combinations than there are winning combinations. But when a
Which is where the
manufacturer,
house edge comes from.
right. And if you take like penny slot machines, because we have statistics on our site, AmericanCasinoGuidebook.com, showing slot machine payback statistics, and penny slot machines are usually set to around 88 to 90%. So let's say casino has a machine at 90, set to pay back 90% to the public. So they said, well, we want to make more money. We're only going to give back 88%. So that's a long-term number. And over millions and millions of spins, that's what the machine's going to pay back. But so how does the manufacturer make that machine pay back less money? Well, all they have to do is they program in more losing combinations. Because if you program in more losing combinations, the machine will pay back less. If they want to be more generous with the machine, let's say they want to raise the payback to 92%, they just put in more winning combinations because they control the number of winning and losing combinations on the reels.
But let me hop in here because a lot of
Sure.
people think that the casino can just do that on the fly, and they cannot do that unless it's something called server-based gaming, which really a lot of people think much more of the country is run on that. That never got very popular, but they have to. It's a chip. They have to pull a chip out and then put in a new chip to change the payback on the machine. And in most places, the gaming control board has to be there to watch them do it. There's a lot of hoops that you got to jump through as a casino operator to be able to change the payback on a machine. So, yes, this example Dad is given, but it's not as easy as it sounds. So don't
Right.
think that
But
that rumor about just flipping a switch in the back room to lower the payback on slot machines is true.
all right, but it is done by the denomination. We have the statistics, and you always see the higher the denomination, the more the machine is set to pay back. So
Mhm.
when a slot manufacturers offer a slot machine, any slot machine, they'll have a range of chips inside. They could be as low as say as low as 85 or as high as 96, 98%. So the penny machines are going to have those lower chips, and the $100 slots are going to have the higher chips and it'll be the higher it goes, the more it's set to pay back. So when a casino orders a machine, they decide which payback percentage they want in there. But the bottom line is, if the manufacturer wants that machine to pay back less, all they do is program in more losing combinations. Now, when it comes to video poker, they cannot program in more losing combinations. And the reason they can't do that is because it's based on a 52 card deck. So any machine you play with a 52 card deck, we're not talking about ones with jokers now. Any card game video poker machine with a 52 card deck, the probability of getting a hand is the same on all of those machines. Doesn't matter what game you're playing. The probability, say, of getting a full house is the same on all those machines. So how do they make more money if they can't change the combinations? Well, what they do is they just pay you back less when you get a winning combination. So let's say if you look, and you can look at this on the pay table. So one machine may pay 9 coins for a full house, another one 8, another one 7, another one 6. So that is how they change the payback percentage on a video poker machine, by changing the pay table. And a slot machine, they can manipulate it and change the number of winning and losing combinations, but they cannot do that on a video poker machine, which brings us to number two.
Well, before we jump to number 2 real quick, I gotta add in, you said video poker is based off a 52 card deck. That is assuming that you are playing in a class 3 casino, which is a traditional casino like in Nevada or New Jersey or any of these states. There are some states, there's some casinos in New York. There's a few other places that I can't remember off the top of my head, but just wanted to throw that caveat in there at the end of number 1.
Okay, but that's kind of rare to find. But usually there would be something on the machine that tells you that skill is not a factor. So, yeah, because if you play in New York, there is no skill involved. All right, but so I just wanted to explain the difference of how the machine manufacturers, and IGT is the world's largest manufacturer of slot machines, so as well as video poker machines. So that is the distinction between the two. But it brings us to number 2, which is that you never know what a slot machine is programmed to pay back to the public, but you can easily tell what a video poker machine is programmed to pay back to the public. And again, that's because when you walk up to that machine, you don't know how many winning and losing combinations are in there.
Yeah, so, but with a video poker game, like my dad was just saying, the only way they can change the payback is by changing what they pay you for each of the individual hands. And in a vast majority of video poker games, those changes are going to be made on the full house and on the flush. So, and you always, if you hear somebody talk about like 9-6 jacks or better, 8-5 bonus poker, 6-5 bonus poker, 9-6 double bonus. What they're referring to with those two numbers is the 1 coin return for a full house and a flush. So 9-6 jacks or better is going to pay back 9 per coin bet for a full house. So if you're making a full 5 coin bet, it would return back 45 credits, which would be 9 times your 5 credit bet is 45. And it would be 6 credits back per coin for the flush, which on a 5 coin bet, which is traditionally the max bet, would be 30 credits back. And the good thing is that pay table is public information. So you can walk up to a video poker machine and you hit the see more info or the pay table button. It's going to tell you exactly what the hands are. So you can walk up and know exactly what any video poker machine in a casino is set to pay back, assuming you know how to read those pay tables. And if you don't, we have many examples of those pay tables for free on our website, thejackpotgents.com, and it shows the actual paybacks for all those games. So and it's all free on there. So that's a great place to go to learn to read those pay tables so that you know exactly what the payback is on the video poker game that you're playing.
Yeah, and if you go to like jacks or better, there's common pay tables. You have 9-6 is the best, and that's called full pay. The best pay return on a particular game is called full pay. So 9-6 jacks or better is full pay. But you can find 9-5 jacks or better. You can find 8-5 jacks or better. You can find 8-6 jacks or better. You can find 7-5, and you can find 6-5. And every time the payback is reduced by 1 coin, it reduces the overall payback percentage on that machine by about 1.1%. So, and a lot of people are not aware of it. So they never bother looking at the pay table. And you can go into casinos, Matt and I have done this many times, where you look and they will have one machine say it's not 9-5, and another, well, one casino we play in and do our videos from, they have it. They have 9-5 quarter games, and they also have 7-5 quarter games. So the
You just have to
probability,
know where to look. Because
right,
if
you
you're
have
playing
to
that
look.
7-5 game and you don't know any better, you're giving up an extra 2.2% to the casino in the long run. All you got to do is know to look and find those 9-5 games, and you're automatically getting 2.2% higher payback.
Yeah, and again, people don't know. Sometimes they are actually side by side, and people never bothered to look when if they moved over one machine, they could be getting 2.2% better on their return, because again, the probability of getting a hand is the same on all video poker games with 52 cards.
Mm-hmm.
So why settle for getting 7 for a full house when you could get 9 for a full house? So this is stuff you got to look for. So that's another major difference.
Yeah, the example we always use is, that's like if you've got two machines next to each other with the 2.2% difference, that'd be like walking up to the buffet and they got two lines that both go to the same place. One is $15 and one's $10. And the line, and get in line for the $10 one, save yourself some money. It's the same thing with video poker. Just know how to read those pay tables, and then you can be getting a better deal by playing the machines that have the higher payback.